Hello, I am Bert Janssen. Welcome back to the series of short videos in which I explain the book The Organizing Principle, There Are No Coincidences. In the previous video we have seen how the English landscape is littered with lines, so-called ley lines. And as the word suggests, these are lines, straight lines. But there are also circles hiding in the landscape. The work of Alfred Watkins, John Michel and many others have motivated people to hunt down new undiscovered ley lines. One of them was David Furlong. In 1975, David Furlong was studying a map of the area around Avebury. And the churches of Avebury, Winterbourne Monkton, Berwick Bassett, Winterbourne Bassett and Broadhinton had his special attention. And he hoped to find some kind of alignment. But no matter how or at what angle he looked at the map, he could not find a straight line. Then, in a moment of premonition, precognition, remote viewing, Furlong decided to draw a circle. Not just any circle. Furlong decided to draw a circle with a radius of just under 6 miles, which was the same distance Sir Norman Lockyer had found in the Stonehenge Crowfree Castle Old Sarum Triangle. Furlong was amazed to see that the 5 churches he was focusing on were all lying on that particular circle. And not only that, also the churches of Wroughton, the Savernake Forest and Wootton Rivers, as well as the Giant's Grave Hillfort, the Ewes Hill Earthworks, the Ridgeway Crossroads near Fox Hill, the tumuli at Hinton Down, Waden Hill and East Kennet, and the East Kennet Long Barrow. 15 spots on one circle. Now one can say that if you have enough churches and ancient sites, that it will be easy to find at least some of them lying on a circle. And that is true. Furlong had the same thought. So he tried to find another circle, a second circle. And he was shocked when he found that second circle very easily. Not far away, very close by the first one. They were actually overlapping. That circle passed through the churches of Pusey, Manifold Behoon, Calstone Wellington, Compton Bassett, Clive Pipert, and Ogburn St. George, and finally again Wootton Rivers. But it also passes through Townsend's Knoll, 2 tumuli in the Savernake Forest, 2 tumuli at Bupton, the tumulus at Clive Pipert, and through the earthworks in the Savernake Forest. 14 spots in total. Not only were these 2 circles identical in size, they were also, as already mentioned, overlapping, although they did not form a Vesica Piscis. A Vesica Piscis is formed by 2 circles of identical size that run through each other's center. In another moment of premonition, precognition, remote viewing, and likely also motivated on a subconscious level by the findings of Lockyer, Furlong decided to use the centers of the circle to construct an equilateral triangle. By connecting the apex of this triangle with the two intersection points of the two circles and their combined hardline, Furlong uncovered, created a shape that silenced him. And when I saw it, it silenced me as well. The triangle created by Furlong has angles of 51.85 degrees, which is an extremely odd angle. But that same angle can be found in the Great Pyramid at Giza in Egypt. In the following video, I will elaborate on the Great Pyramid, but for now I will focus on the virtual pyramid, the triangle in the landscape of Wiltshire. This triangle contains a very intriguing feature. The width of the base of the triangle can be used to construct a square, and the height of the triangle can be used to construct a circle. Now, the perimeter of the constructed square is identical to the circumference of the circle. Squaring the circle, there it is again. One can argue that it is strange that the circles are formed by elements that are ancient, like the Neolithic tumuli and barrows, and elements that are relatively new, like the churches. But do realize that these churches are built on old pagan sites. So although the buildings are relatively new, the pagan sites were already considered holy thousands of years ago. The two circles are at least 5,000 years old. Now, the big question is, were the builders of these ancient sites aware of the geometries of the squaring the circle they were creating in the landscape? Or are these geometries just a coincidental byproduct of their efforts? Or was there some kind of organizing principle at work, and were the builders just following their intuition? In following videos, I will get back to this intuition factor. But I'm first going to talk about the Great Pyramid at Giza in Egypt and its connection and relationship with the landscape in Wiltshire, England. I see you in the next video.